Why being too nice is actually bad for you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being nice. If you're sweet, caring, and kind, I'm not gonna ask you to stop. But there are definitely some signs that you're being too nice, and it can unfortunately cause some problems. I'm sure you have the best of intentions when it comes to being nice, but too much kindness can end up creating problems. The first is that you start to feel resentment and overwhelm as you try to be all things to all people. The second problem is people may begin to take advantage of your sweet ways, and that's when the doormat issue comes into play. Let's see the 9 signs of being too nice and how to avoid it. But before we go, please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new video updates. 1. Your needs are never met. Nice people tend to attract users, partners who are lazy, friends who always need help moving, and family members who constantly have a favor to ask. It's okay to be helpful, but it crosses over into bad territory when these people are never there for you in return. Elizabeth Stone on thoughtcatalog.com said, "If you bend over backwards over and over and never get anything in return, you're acting like a doormat, not being nice." What to do? Start standing up for yourself. Be honest with everyone about how you feel, and hopefully they will see the error of their super lazy ways and be willing to even the score a bit. 2. You feel resentful after you say yes. I'll say it again, there's nothing wrong with being nice. The only time it's bad is when it brings on a sense of resentment and overwhelm. To know if you've crossed that fine line from kind to compulsive people pleaser, pay attention to how you feel in the moment. And later, if you feel a burning sense of resentment after agreeing to something, then that's a good sign. You said yes out of obligation and not because you actually wanted to. What to do? Practice saying no. My best advice is just to say it and move on. Avoid elaborate justifications or explanations, as that can come off as an excuse. Stick to your guns and people will respect you for it. 3. You never voice your opinion. Think about your group of friends. Who chooses the restaurant, movies, or vacation spot? Not you? Then you might have a problem. It's not like you don't have an opinion. It's just that you're perfectly happy to just go along with what everyone else wants. You wouldn't want to cause a problem. This type of thinking? Not good. What to do? Try your best to be more stubborn. If you have an opinion, say it. Your friends will probably appreciate the extra input, since choosing a restaurant, movies, or vacation spot is hard. 4. You agree without thinking. Do you ever agree to something and then think, wait, why did I just say that? It is possible to get in the habit of constantly nodding in agreement and saying yes to everything. It's an admirable trait, but not something that is sustainable for very long. What to do? Lonstein suggested, take a moment to consider your options before agreeing. Do you have the time? What will you get out of it? If, after careful consideration, it seems like an okay thing, then go ahead and agree. If not, don't be afraid to say no. 5. You don't have your own life. When it comes to jobs, relationships, friends, and etc., it is absolutely necessary that you have your own life. Nice people, however, tend to get 100% absorbed in such things, to the point they no longer have their own life. It's a warning sign that you need to get out and get a hobby. What to do? Just get a hobby. Make your own life a priority, even if it means working less hours, seeing your CO fewer times a week, or canceling on friends. 6. You're afraid of being rejected. A fear of rejection may be at the root of why you're so darn nice. If for whatever reason you feel like you don't deserve the people and things in your life, then you may do anything and everything to keep them, including being overly nice. Sound familiar? What to do? John Amadio, professor on PhysicsCentral.com, said, "Work on your fear of rejection by boosting up your confidence. As we become less afraid of what we're experiencing inside, we become less intimidated by rejection and more empowered to love and be loved. It may be difficult, but it's worth the work." 7. Your calendar is full of stuff you don't want to do. Take a look at your planner. How much of your calendar is filled up with stuff for you versus stuff for other people? If the ratio is skewed widely in the favor of other people, it may be a sign you are being too nice. What to do? Start valuing your time by portioning out your calendar evenly between your personal life, social life, and work life. Going forward, keep any one area from overwhelming the rest of your calendar. And if you need more personal time to veg out and do nothing, don't be afraid to take it. 8. Your friends toss around the word codependence. Remember what I said about nice people attracting users? This can often lead to a codependent relationship. That's where you find yourself wrapped up with someone who needs you and you need them in an entirely unhealthy way. According to Feifei Sun on WebMD.com, you might find yourself giving support to your partner at the expense of your own mental health. You may also stay with someone even though the relationship is unhealthy. These are all signs of codependence. What to do? According to Sun, you can work on the relationship by setting up boundaries. This means you can't be there for your SO 100% of the time. Realize that it's totally okay and even healthy to have time apart. Start seeing your friends more often and get on board with those hobbies I was talking about. 9. You're constantly swamped at work. If your boss gives you extra work, it's often a sign he or she trusts you. Yay! But it could also mean that you've become their go-to workhorse, since they know you'll never say no. This can be an excellent strategy for getting ahead in your career, but it can also mean your boss may take advantage of you. What to do? Sarah McCord on themuse.com said, "Keep in mind that it is okay to say no to your boss. If you have a good reason, they will respect you for respecting your own time. The trick is to push back more diplomatically and to get your point across without actually using the word no." And with that, you have some strategies and good reasons for toning down your niciness. Don't turn it off though, because sweet people are awesome. The key is to stay your sweet self, while at the same time, avoid the negatives of being too nice.